What's up, friends? This is Jazz, bringing you another episode of Let's Lively Play Simbas Mighty Adventure. The last episode, we actually finished fighting Nala, and now we are going to pretty much go and find Scar. We have to battle Scar for being back in the Prime Land. I'm trying to adjust my voice a little bit, because I know it's loud. And I'm trying to pronounce my words a little better, because I know, like, when I'm narrating this isn't the most proper sounding volume. But this is like my second time recording this, because I tried the webcam as an option, which didn't work. I hope this isn't going to give me an issue, because when I did the webcam, it ended up being way too long and being out of place, and I did not like that at all. That was bad quality, actually. My opinion so far on this game is, it's okay, like, I like it. It's definitely, like, I'm more surprised with it. I mean, like, it's challenging. I mean, for me, any game in that platformer is probably what they call it, is challenging. But I think this is a pretty good introduction for me into it. Like, I do like Mario, don't get me wrong. I like the idea and the character of Mario. It's just I've never been good at that type of platform that it's originally intended for. In Mario Party, don't get me started. Not saying that the game isn't good for what it is. For those who are good at this, right, it's a great game. Like, for those who love those types of games and are actually good at it, it's a very good game. I'm not going to do a review on it right now because I wouldn't be able to represent it. Because if it was all on my opinion and all on my experience with it, I'd give it a really low. I would be frustrated with it. So I wouldn't be able to properly represent Mario Party for what it really is. Like the franchise. But if you were to look at someone like Manga, who's played all these games, these platforms, I mean, I don't think he's ever done reviews, and I'm not going to ask him why, because he has a hard time with Let's Plays and his work and everything. But I honestly think that, like, he wouldn't be bad at them. I mean, he has the experience that I don't in a lot of genres of gaming. I mean, mostly Nintendo. But, I mean, in the platformers and genre, like, anytime I review a game, I really do my best, right? I try to represent it as best as possible for what I played. And a lot of them have positive reviews. I mean, even the one where I thought I wouldn't have a positive review, which was the Super Mystery Dungeon. But, and there has been one or two that had both negative reviews, but most of them I was pleasantly surprised with. Like, South Park Stick of Truth is going to be up soon. I made that review. I really, like, I said, like, well, let's put it this. I always could understand why people would enjoy a certain platform in a certain game, right? But, and everyone has their own personal opinion on them and their own experience with it. Like, for example, I always do a lot of people like South Park Stick of Truth. It is a brilliant game. It was done really well, and the best part about it is that it was done so well because the old creators had their own input in it. And it's funny you say this, the only thing, and I'm not saying this is even a nitpick, right, because this is a good thing in a gaming standpoint, that it's so challenging. If I had any nitpick at the beginning, it was because of how long it was and the style, and it was more that I was worried I wouldn't be able to finish the Let's Play of it. Because of how long it was. I didn't know how it ended. It was unpredictable. It was new to me. But that, as I said, is not a thing I would criticize in a review. Because that is my opinion. And that is my own challenges, not the game's fault. In fact, that would be a positive on the game side of how challenging and it gets you thinking. And it frustrates you. Like, a lot of people, like, nowadays, people should be challenged. Right? Because, like, it should get people thinking. Where people used to be used to those things, like, it's, obviously I know this game is not meant for kids, like, okay, yes, I know probably a lot about South Park, but I'm just prioritizing my commentary a little bit, so, rather than talk about what's going on the whole time on the screen, you can see what's going on in the screen. My point being is that they don't put you as W's in this game. They challenge you and they make it funny as well, which is a good combination. I would honestly say that South Park Stick of Truth is almost a near perfect game. Nothing is perfect. But there are, like, these games that have, like, that if it wasn't for that statute of limitation that nothing is perfect, it probably could be. Like you could tell Matt and Trey cared so much about this game. And let's hope their predecessor will do the same thing. With the name is a little stupid, but South Park has that mindset. Like, they like to make fun of things, and that is fine. Right? That's their way of joking. But Fractured Butthole? Okay, I know, I'm done. The name will probably surprise me. But yeah, it took me a while to get through this level, because, there's a lot of jumping areas that I want to get to. Like, you'd be surprised how much I'm trying to be a perfectionist here. Getting everything. Like, this is usually not me at all. But I figure almost everything has a use in this game. And I'm okay. I get through it. As I said, I make sure I have save state. That's why you probably see little, once in a while. Because of these save states. Now, I really hope this works out. I really do. This recording. Because it might be the speed of the Camtasia. Like, I'm trying to make sure everything is as it should be. Yeah, it's usually a second apart, or something like that, so I'm gonna have to watch that. And we got the tail finally. But yeah, I had a pretty good Christmas, actually. I was gonna say, like, I could have done better. I never went to my family gathering, but... And I know you're gonna be seeing this really late, so I apologize, but I'm talking about what I'm doing now from when I see it. But I'm recording this on the 28th of December of 2016. But this will be uploaded within the 2017 at least, because this is going to be a choice let's play. Not once it's finished being recorded. So, take in mind that this commentary is going to be outdated when you see this. But I'll just say, but back to what I was saying, yeah, I never went to my family's gathering, which I do feel a little, ashamed about. Because I've been doing good the last 2 years. This year I just couldn't. I don't know why. It could be mild depression. I know if I ever were to be diagnosed with any type of depression, it would be mild. It wouldn't be the dangerous depression. It would be more the influence, like not having a quality of life type. But there is going to be a New Year's dinner so hopefully I'll be able to make that up. Some way, shape, or form. Like, as I said, like, it's funny, sometimes it doesn't seem like I care. And that is it has never been the case. I do care about my family a lot. But whatever it is in me just makes me prefer to be alone at all times. Like, it's funny, I completely went opposite of what I was like as a kid. I mean, when I was at home, I'd prefer to be alone. Don't get me wrong, I've had my wanted to be alone moments playing my games like I am now. But when I was a kid, I would be very attached to the friends I did have. Like, and don't take this the wrong way. I know that sounds stalkerish or kind of creepy, and I never meant it that way. But I mean, I didn't seem to have the ability at that time, or the will to that time, to go hang out with anyone else. So the friends I did have that understood me, that didn't judge me, I wanted to keep a hold of. And I didn't want to be alone, and I wanted to be with them. Now, I honestly, some of these friends, and one of these friends are very, very good to me. Because they don't care. If I talk to them again after the longest time, they're like, oh, what's up? So how you been, girl? But one of these friends, I'm not getting into the name, and we'll just say he is nice enough to let me back on his friends list. At one point, he removed me from it, and we weren't talking. We still don't talk much, but I will give it, he is nice enough to allow me back on at least his friends list. But we had the hardest time, because I didn't want to talk when he wanted to talk, and I always was into my world, into my games, and I do kind of regret it, but you're thinking, why aren't you talking if you guys are back on friends, that way? Well, I always get nervous, because he has had moments where we'd be all good, and then for some reason he couldn't stand it, and we wouldn't be again. And I was just tired of this pattern back and forth. I would like things on Facebook of his if I agreed with it. I would keep him on my friends list, but I'm nervous to get back into talking with him because I don't know how it'll end up. And I know I've been part of the problem, but at the same time, it's just that I can't handle the unpredictability. You kind of get what I mean. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Like, I know that he wants a friend, right? And the thing is, though, his life seems to be going really well for him. From everything I've seen on Facebook, he has a significant other. He has going out and doing things and enjoying games, which are odd times where I want to go say, oh, I like this too. I'm into this too right now. But he seems to be doing really well with his life without constantly thinking about me. And I said to him that I want him to enjoy his life. No matter what, I always do wish him well. And if there ever was a time where he was really in need of someone, in legitimate need, I would go and talk to him for those moments. But just to get into a conversation, to get back into an argument, I don't want to do that. Like, there's only so much you can handle. And as I said, and my personality, when I show you guys, is legitimate. I am a friendly person, but sometimes even friendly people can kind of have too much. And I think in a sense I kind of broke it off with this guy in a way because I knew my personality was not compatible. And no, we were never dating. That's not what I mean. I mean even as a friendship. Our personalities, we'll just say, let's say we represent this person there's two halves of this person. let's say, like, one half of this person, we are alright, I'm trying to think of how to explain it. We'll say our personalities are half compatible, but the other part of our personalities are completely no. Like chemical. One half of us love the same things. We can have good laughs and tell stories, and like we try to listen to each other. But then one half of us, I'm in my own little world, and I prefer to play games and do things like this, where he needs somebody who will listen. He needs someone who he can have this fun time with all the time. And as you notice, I went back to I was gonna gloss. But I mean, and I'm not that person. I'm not compatible with him that way. Because I hate to say this, and this is all me, I'm not the best type of friend scenario that way. I mean, of course, if anyone ever were to legitimately need me, I'd be there. Which is at least a positive on my part, who legitimately needed me. But for someone who wanted to hang out all the time, I am not that person. I always get anxious about doing anything that I'm not comfortable with, or taking time away from what I'm really into in my routine. And, as I said, it's more me than him, but because that personality trait is so different, it doesn't quite work. And as I said, someday maybe when I'm used to the routine or used to the personality trait maybe, but right now, the mutual, thing we have on Facebook, I'd rather stick to. I'm at a point where, how, for years there was a point of me that I needed him, right? I couldn't, oh, here's Star. Oh, I'll admit, he looks like him a little bit. Yeah, make sure I save. I actually collected all the amulet, which is the first. But anyway, he looks a little like him, which is, will say something. Which is actually really good. I mean, unlike before, and I lost there. But back to where I go, I learned then, it didn't take as long to beat Stars as it did to beat Nala. That's a plus. Oh, I always made sure I stayed off the edge. That's what killed me last time. So, yeah, come on, get him off there. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah, get him off. Good. Now I think I'll get ready to end this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, give it a big thumbs up. I make videos every single day, and I'll see you in the next episode of Let's Play The Lion King: Simba's Funny Adventure. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!